Today is Tuesday, the 21st of April 2026, and thanks for tuning in to another one of my videos and interviews. Yeah, on the 1st of April recently, April Fool's Day, what a coincidence, the Artemis 2 reportedly set off on a 10-day mission to the moon. The world was treated to a sequence of absurd and crazy imagery, which could easily have been created by a simple amateur, featuring four Masonic clouds, clearly all AI anomalies, augmented virtual reality, and CGI fabrications. New Earth and Moon images given to the public while flying through space at speeds varying between 3,000 and 22,000 miles per hour, complete with a cable car escape route and green screen glitches, with Nutella supposedly floating around and even more crazy stuff. So when former astronaut Don Pettit says they've lost the technology and they can no longer travel to the moon, we must from now on definitely take that literally. NASA, which has its origins in Operation Paperclip, is one huge satanic scam that has been squandering no less than $75 million a day on taxpayers' money on nonsense and deception since 1958. Walt Disney and Werner von Braun were in fact besties, and fairy tales are the link between Disney and NASA. The former creates fairy tales for little children, and the latter produces fairy tales for big children, with Disney mocking the world with the discovery of Pluto since 1930. The days of NASA, which incidentally means to deceive in Hebrew, seem to be numbered. People are massively waking up now and aren't buying it any longer because it's becoming increasingly easy to see through the bullshit. Space is fake. Moon landings have never taken place and never will. It's all one big hoax to keep us away from the almighty creator. The Red Hot Chili Peppers told us way back in 1999 that space may be the final frontier, but that it's made in a Hollywood basement. Today, I'm once again joined by the one and only Flat Earth Dave to discuss the rise and evident fall of NASA. Welcome, Dave. How are you doing?
Oops. Thanks for having me. And, why would they lie, though? Why would they lie to humanity over space? Wouldn't the Russians have ratted us out, or the Japanese? Right? These are the questions that we hear. It's 2026 right now, and I am shocked that there's still people that believe that space travel is real. I am shocked that there's people that haven't figured out we don't live on a spinning wet rock in a space vacuum that violates natural law. Unfortunately, it takes a little bit of critical thinking to understand the things that I just said. And unfortunately, people have had that calcified right out of their pineal glands, and they're unable to think. So there's a lot to go over here, and thanks for having me on.
Thank you for joining me, Dave. It's very amazing times we're living in at the moment. Yeah, and they've pushed this Artemis 2. I think. Do you think we missed Artemis 1 from because of the COVID hoax?
No, we had Artemis 1. It was really bad, and we were expecting way better CGI and stuff. But they, I go back and forth on, are they that stupid, or are they doing it on purpose? And I'm pretty much on they're doing it on purpose. They're literally giving us an intelligence test. But you made a couple mistakes. 25,000 miles an hour they were traveling back to Earth. The spaceship heats up to 5,000 degrees. NASA spends $78 million a day. And there was something else, but you're in the right ballpark.
Inflation.
And it's absolute insanity. And, and then you go on Facebook, and there's all of these, I would call them NASA fanboy pages. And this is what they're showing, right? Now, notice the capsule. Right. And then this is another channel. These are the NASA cheerleading sites. Everyone has a different capsule on it. The windows are different. The door is different. Look, the truck isn't even hooked up to this. Right. This is all AI. And people are just thinking this is the greatest thing in the world. But every one of these is completely different shape windows, everything. And the world is buying it. This is an organized campaign to literally deceive the world. It's incredible.
Yeah. But are we witnessing the inevitable downfall of NASA?
Well, some people, in on the trust the plan bandwagon are like that Trump did this on purpose to expose NASA. Now he just requested a defunding of NASA, cut their budget by like, I don't know, I think it was down to by a couple $1 billion. Big deal, right? They want this. They want Elon Musk, SpaceX and private entities going into space, because then they're not public. You can't FOIA request them, right? You can't dig down, and demand things from a private company. So I don't know. I think that they're literally testing us, right? Check this out. So when you're in space for 10 days, you lose your coordination. Have you seen this? This is Christina a couple days later walking, like practicing walking. Look at him. Look how goose chilling this is. All right. Look. Oh my God, it's gonna fall. Look, he's holding, and this is them day after. Or
she forgot her lines.
Yeah, well, that also, but just that alone should tell you. Look, this was days later. Do you come back? Do you start losing your ability to walk?
It's because of the weightlessness. Huh?
Yeah, it's because of the brainlessness. This stuff has to be done on purpose. I think they're really challenging people to start critically thinking. I think the so-called alien disclosure, how much they're pushing aliens right now. And there is some sort of disclosure coming. That disclosure is Earth is flat. There's other lands, other beings, other civilizations here on Earth with different beings on them, and they're going to reveal that, but people have to wake up first. They can't just all of a sudden reveal it. People have to like get shocked a little bit. This is this was on the NASA live feed, right? There was like 20 million people watching or something, and all of a sudden you can see stars. See the stars? Yeah. And then NASA took this down, right? NASA took down or cut it out of their live feed. It's no longer there. So the only thing I don't know, I think they had it so if they go around and they look out the window, they'll see stars, and only the stars were supposed to show up, and that's a pretty 3D way to do that. But something went wrong with the chroma key, and they just showed up inside, on the guy's shirt, on the dark areas. Look, the stars.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Now, was that maybe that one wasn't on purpose, or maybe it's all on purpose?
But you would think, Dave, after Don Pettit said, "Yeah, we've lost the technology," and after 57 or 59 years, you would think the technology is so much more advanced that they could pull this off, but they can't pull it off. They could.
I mean, I'm on Artemis right now, and I can prove I'm in space because look, we're transiting the Earth. All right, my budget's $0, right? And then that picture that they showed us. So the first picture they showed us was this. Hold on, where is it? Was this one, right? This one right here.
Yeah.
And I said, there's a problem because they're heading towards the moon. It's almost a full moon. That means this is the dark side of Earth. Well, this is the sun bleeding out from the bright side of Earth. So this is the nighttime side of Earth. And then 12 hours later, NASA releases this image. The exact same image, right?
When the lights went out. The lights went out, Dave.
And then they're like, and we're like 12 hours later, the Earth would done a 180, right? We would see what's on the other side of the Earth. It would be the dark side, and the clouds would have changed.
Same clouds.
but NASA came back and said, "Oh no, this was just released 12 hours later. This one was a time lapse." Okay, well, you're going 25,000 miles an hour. The Earth is spinning and traveling at 67,000 miles per hour. How the hell do you do a time lapse? Try to do a time lapse in your car driving 70 miles an hour on the highway. And they go, well, it's just like a quarter of a second. Oh, so in a quarter of a second, you can gather enough light to make it look just like a daytime photo of the Earth. Here's the question. If you're doing a time lapse, what's going to glow? The lights on the land, the lights in the cities.
Yep.
They're going to glow. You're going to see those. Where are the lights? That should be brighter than anything else.
It was the blackout, Dave. It's the blackout, the one.
Oh, they had a blackout. And then this, a woman's face adjacent to the Earth. I think the women and men lose like 150 hairs a day. Times 10 days. That's 1,500 long hairs floating through that spaceship, getting caught in equipment, breathing it in. What if you gagged on one and vomited? What would happen to the mission then?
Yeah,
right. They were eating shrimp scampi and other crap in space. You know what? That's the other thing. They're showing the food and everything. Why would they be feeding them wheat bread with turkey, maybe some mayo if they're lucky? Just like white meat, just something, mashed potatoes, just something very calm, something that's going to keep them regular. They're eating shrimp scampi. They're eating desserts and all sorts of stuff. It's so insane. And so this is the night side of Earth again. So if they did a time lapse, she would be blown out. She would be brighter. And then they look, and they get this, of course, nighttime side of the Earth again. And then when they show the moon, this is a full moon. Where's the light on the moon? We're heading towards a full moon.
So much fakery.
Yeah. And then, NASA, I don't know if you remember this, NASA gave us this from the Epic Deceiver satellite, DSVR or whatever, Deceiver. And this is a full moon, right? Got a full Earth. The sun's behind the camera. Where's the light of the moon? Where's the light of the moon, right? When we look at a full moon, that's what it looks like from 250,000 miles away. If you were closer to it, it would be thousands of times brighter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm right next to this rock. The sun is shining on it. It's a full rock. I could argue that this rock is more reflective than the dusty, dirty moon that they showed us. How come I'm not seeing light coming off of this? Critical thought. People are lost. Well, you don't understand. It's space, Dave, and light travels forever. That star you're looking at could have been gone 1 billion years ago, and the light's still traveling to us like a laser beam right to your eye. People, I'm going to say this gently, are fucking retarded. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. All right. Yeah. And all of you that got pissed off because I swore, you should be pissed off at other things. Right? There's no better definition than what I just said, describing people that believe this space nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah. If you go back to the origins, Dave, Operation Paperclip played a big role in the rollout of NASA, of course. I mentioned Werner von Braun. He was a Nazi. We know the Nuremberg trials were one big hoax.
The whole thing was a hoax. The bringing the rocket scientists over, that's a hoax. The Project Paperclip is a hoax in itself. Everything is a hoax. The war in Iran is a hoax. Yes, people are dying, right? Israel is wearing the face of evil, but they're all in it together. Anytime you hear anyone talking about nukes, Iran will agree to everything, but they won't agree to not enriching uranium. Guess what? Enriching uranium is a hoax. They're in on it. Mm-hmm. Maybe not the people. The people aren't in on it. It's just the ruling elite. They're pushing for their one world order. It's problem, reaction, solution, and they're playing out to a biblical playbook.
Yeah, the cabal is in every country. It's not the Russians. It's not the Chinese. It's not America. It's the cabal. It's in every country, and it has to be eradicated. Eh? So yeah.
Yeah,
it's a cult. It's a cult. It's a cult.
Yeah.
But JFK said in 1962, on the 12th of September, he said, "We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard." And even Donald Trump announces the same, that he wants to go to the moon and outer space. But these guys must know that the space travel is fake. You can't go beyond the firmament. So why did he go along with it?
It's all a big stage play, and the players aren't even who we think they are. I mean, I literally think that there's, fallen angels acting these jobs out in multiple roles. It is so far beyond what even most researchers can fully understand. It makes it very, very difficult to get through to people. You start telling people that these actors are literally fallen angels and they've played other roles throughout history, that you lose people. So you just have to look at what's here in front of us. Do the best that you can from where you are. And this place, they want us to wake up. Maybe there's good guys on the other side that are literally making all of these mistakes happen. Maybe they're purposely pushing them out to wake us up, because it's up to us to take our world back. It's up to us to take our world back. Let me ask a question. There's 4 astronauts on this trip. One, they're all here. It's a little hard to see. It's a little dark, but they're all here. Who threw the Nutella?
I mentioned
Here it comes. Who threw the Nutella? And I don't know if that's glass or not. They shouldn't have any glass up there. But even if it's plastic, what if there's like a pressure? All of a sudden, they got a leak or something that could explode, and there's Nutella everywhere.
Yeah,
right.
And glass.
Yeah, the plastic, glass, whatever. I don't know if Nutella. I don't even know. I don't eat Nutella, so I couldn't tell you.
Do you think they were sponsored by Nutella?
Well, I mean, just like the moon landing was sponsored by Tang and Ovaltine, Yeah. I don't know if you remember that, but the astronauts were drinking Tang on the moon landing, right? Which is just so stupid. Yeah, it's super incredible. And then you got people like Bart Sibrel. You know who Bart is?
Yeah.
So Bart Sibrel did a funny thing happen on the way to the moon, and Bart is great at debunking the moon landing. However, he's a globetard for sure. I've talked to him. He will not see it. Now, you can go back and forth. Is he an agent? I don't think so. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, right? But he got that video by accident of the window where they were faking the Earth, right? Yeah. I think that was given to him on purpose by the bad guys, because Bart's saying, hey, we faked the moon. We never went to the moon, but the Earth is a ball because we took that from a spaceship in space, right? They don't care if you believe the moon landing's fake, as long as you believe the globe is real. Because the bottom line is the moon landing was here to protect the globe delusion.
To keep it going, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so now Bart is saying, he's been doing the circuit, and it's concerning to me that Artemis proved that Apollo was fake, because 50 years later, all they can do is go around the moon and not land on it, which proves that they faked Apollo. So he believes that people went around the moon.
Yeah, I mean, Apollo.
Come on, Bart.
Apollo 1, Dave, the Apollo 1 mission do you think it was a satanic ritual? Because Gus Grissom and the 2 others were burnt to death in the capsule.
Well, that's the story we're told, and I do believe it. And then what's the other guy that he was writing a report on how NASA is just total hoax, and he was run over, him and his family. I think him and his family, or I think it was his family, were run over by a train owned by NASA.
There were many people that have been dealt with that wanted to expose the truth. These weren't the only ones. We're dealing with a Satanism. We're dealing with a Luciferian organization.
Well, absolutely. And I'm sure you saw Bart's whistleblower guy about the moon landing, how it was filmed, when it was filmed. Yeah. So the father that was involved with the filming on his deathbed told his son his son he can't release it until he's on his deathbed. Well, his son had cancer, made the video, documented everything, gave names, listed names, 15 people that were allowed in this tent. It was filmed over 2 days, a year in advance, I think. And then he, and then when he died, Bart released it. I think Bart's a good guy. He's just not the brightest bulb in the box.
I watched his interview with Joe Rogan. It was 3 hours long. And after that, I invited Bart for an interview. but he charged me $300. I said, "Come on, Bart." I said, "I can't do that." I said, I can't pay that amount of money." But
but I'm not going to fault him for that. Guy's got to make a living. He's doing what he's doing. People should pay him. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he interviewed these Freemason astronauts as well, and not one of them wanted to put their hand on the Bible. That says enough, doesn't it?
Yeah, that too. And then this is what they showed us. I'm pausing it. Right now, they say that the spaceship, the capsule comes in, it burns up. It doesn't burn up; it gets super hot. Mm-hmm. But no one on Earth can film it, and NASA can't even film it. So they show us this visualization. Why are they showing it upside down? It's a visualization, right? Yeah. It should be like this. It should be like this. Bam. It should be like, oh, that makes more sense. Mm-hmm. But they show it upside down to keep you disoriented.
Yeah. Yeah. And when it lands in the sea, they all come out and they're not fried and they're cooked,
5,000 degrees. What metal? The metal that the ship is made out of, it melts at less than 1,000 degrees.
Dave, Fahrenheit, not Celsius.
Fahrenheit. Is that what I said?
Not Celsius, but Fahrenheit. It's a lot cooler than it.
Yeah,
but it's absurd. It's absurd, isn't it? I mean, and these parachutes as well. They've got the colors of a circus tent as well. Red
wait. So check this out. It's falling down. So it's coming back at 25,000 miles an hour. Mm-hmm. How does it break itself? Well, it's going to use the air resistance to break itself. So it's coming in at the perfect angle, right? Yeah. So at 100,000 feet, there is no air. There is so little air that it's not going to slow down a multi-ton metal hunk. Mm-hmm. It's not going to slow it down.
It's going to hit
60,000 feet. Let's give them 60 at 60,000 feet. Let's say there's enough air to give it some wind resistance. 25,000 miles an hour, burning. How is it going to? What speed can you release a nylon parachute? Now, remember, the nylon parachute is right in here somewhere where there is no compartment. There is no room for it. But it's going to release two little small drag parachutes.
Yeah.
What speed will those things not just completely rip to shreds?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's incredible.
People don't think. People just don't use their common sense. It's indoctrination, they call it. It's unbelievable. Yeah. Do you think we'll be seeing another rocket? I mean, we had the space shuttle as well, and that Challenger hoax was also it was one big lie as well. Do you think we're going to see a rocket in the near future really leaving Earth orbit, because they all make this parabolic movement and they all disappear above the Bermuda Triangle? That's why we aren't allowed to go there.
We only see rockets. They go up, they curve over, the smoke stops. Seems like they ran out of gas, and then they're out of sight, and we watch a cartoon like that, or when it's going up, a different cartoon. It's just incredible. It's absolutely mind-boggling. I have a video. A Red Bull guy. He jumps off a cliff on his motorcycle, and he pulls his parachute, no problem. Well, the motorcycle falls for a little bit, gains a little speed. So the motorcycle is several hundred pounds. 400 pounds, let's say, and it was going maybe 100 miles an hour, and the parachute comes out and shreds to pieces instantly because it's too much force. Mm-hmm. At what speed? How is this going to slow down? If it went all the way down before the ocean, to the thickest air, 10,000 feet, 5,000 feet, is it going to go slower than 1,000 miles an hour? Absolutely not. Mm-hmm. Absolutely not. And people just want to believe this nonsense.
And spend the taxpayers' money as well. How much was it now? 78 million a day?
78 billion. No, 78 million per day for NASA. Yeah. But they're not really, they don't even need money. They're just taking our tax money. It's absolutely incredible. Here is, let's see what we got here. Yeah. So they have like 7 minutes of blackout, right? So this is it coming down. I flipped it around. And then all of a sudden they're out of blackout, and the woman goes, hi, checking in, everything, we're good here now, NASA, everything's nominal. Wait a minute. You'd be screaming could you imagine? I'm going to show you a video, amusement park. It's better with sound, but I don't have the sound for it. It's these women on a drop. They're going 40 miles per hour, and they're screaming their friggin' butts off. You're falling from space, right? You're falling from space at 25,000 miles an hour, and you're on fire, okay?
And the cameraman is falling at the same speed as well.
No. That's just a simulation. It does say.
Or is he welded onto the rocket?
Yeah. This is what it should have looked like at five. Whoops, where am I going? Hold on.
It's appropriate, that guy. Yeah.
This is what it should look like when it goes in the water. It should just be boiling the ocean.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And people just want to believe.
People want heroes. They need heroes. These astronauts are all heroes. They're all Freemasons.
This is they're also perverts, and they're literally sticking this stuff in front of us. This is the first shot of Earth from Elon Musk. It says "sex in the clouds," and then Artemis, when it landed. Right. Again, the weather conditions, the water change. This is all AI. Right. There was waves and wind, but now there's not. And what is it drawing here in the water? Okay. Now you think, you're leading. You're thinking about, you're crazy. This is Apollo. Yeah. This is from Apollo. This is the tracks on Mars from the rover. This is NASA, another shot, and this is oops, hold on. This is Elon Musk.
That's why.
Yeah,
that's why I had the question if it was 18 plus. Yeah.
I have other pictures from NASA that I've shown before, and then
in the application. Are you 18 years or older? Yes. I mean. Yeah.
It's absolutely. I mean, here's one for you. So they showed this for like 1 second. So this is the capsule separating from where they were in. So when they're coming back to drop into Earth, this is the capsule. This is the heat shield on the bottom. Kind of looks concave, right?
Yeah.
This is the door. How did they get in there?
Unbelievable. Yeah.
How did they get in? How did they transfer from here to here? They didn't have spacewalk suits.
Mm-hmm.
How did they get in here? Nobody wants to talk about that. None of the mainstream wants to talk about that. How did they get in here? And why does this look concave?
They still think
it's just lighting. Okay, where's the friggin' door? There is no door on the bottom. This is the super duper heat shield that heats up to 5,000 degrees, then cools off in 30 seconds, so it doesn't make any steam at all.
Yeah,
I cooked some eggs this morning in a pan, and then a minute later, when I was done, I went to wash it, and steam went crazy. It was still holding the heat. It wasn't, and I turned it off over a minute ago. It's so dumb.
It's unbelievable. Yeah,
and then this is from Fox News, right? This is them opening it. Look at this first. This looks like nothing that we've seen. The windows look different, right? And then watch this door. Look how small this door is. Now this guy's just gonna hop right in there. Of course, there's an edit. There's an edit because they put this little liner on there, and he just pops right in. Now look how small this capsule is.
Yeah.
Big grown man, 200 pounds, another 200-pound man coming in behind him. You got the 3 astronauts in there with all of their crap and poop and garbage. And look, they're walking across this thing like it's a yacht. How big is this thing? None of it matches. None of it.
And they also use the fisheye lens as well, I think, because the shape is.
Well, that's why it looks bigger, because of fisheye. But, I mean, look at this footage. I mean, if this was a real mission with today's technology, every astronaut would have had 2 or 3 4K cameras filming for 10 days straight on their person. There would have been 50 cameras on the inside of that capsule facing in every direction, just saving it to a little hard drive, a tiny little friggin' hard drive. And there would have been cameras all over the outside, pointing in every direction.
Yeah.
And we got nothing. We got them playing with their food. We got them saying that the toilet didn't work.
You forgot that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah.
So this is a $11.7 million yacht. Probably has 4 full bathrooms at least in here. Amazing. $19 million house. Probably has a great view, great property. And the $23 million toilet. It doesn't come with the paneling. The paneling is not included. The 1970s paneling. Look at this little. It looks like a little bathroom on like a 23-foot boat. And the technology here. This little ring pops up like your kitchen garbage. Then you put the bag in there and you put the bag over the rim, and then you snap the top down. Then you dump your business in here without gravity. Okay, after eating your shrimp scampi, your bile not knowing which way to go in your stomach and your indigestion, and you fill that up with all the liquid and solid waste that doesn't know which way to go because there is no down. Then you pop it up, pull a drawstring, close it like a kitchen garbage bag, and then they have a stick. It looks like a broken hockey stick that you push it down. You push it into the receptacle down here. That's the $23 million toilet. They're literally laughing at us. They're literally laughing at us, and the main articles that were coming out is expert warns Artemis 2 crew not to fart or they could be in danger, right? Farting too much can set the spacecraft on fire, right? Broken toilet, no showers, farts. Here's everything Artemis and crew. They're mocking us on a way that is, if you believe in space, you're dumb as fuck.
Yeah. Okay. It reminds me of the moon boogie as well. Eh?
Sorry for swearing, people, but occasionally I get fucking fed up.
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable. But people are waking up. I mean, Dave, you've got your Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac clock app. I'll just make a bit of publicity here for your app.
Yeah, it's right here. So let me tell you about the app a little bit. The app is the it's $3 app, and there is a subscription to get the last 5% of some of the features that cost extra money to use, $11 a year. But for just $3, you get the app forever. It has the FAQ page, so people that want to learn about Flat Earth, teach themselves, teach their friends, everything is answered on these pages. I have there's some more resources pages, and people are like, well, Flat Earth. Look, I even have an Artemis section right here. I added an Artemis section. The Globers are like, Flat Earthers are running scared from Artemis. Running scared? God bless you, NASA. This is the greatest gift to Flat Earth in 20 years. Right?
Absolutely.
It's waking up so many people. I'm on so many big podcasts coming up. It's incredible. It's incredible. I hate it. I don't hate it, but I'm traveling. I got to friggin' fly across the country to do 4 podcasts in 2 days. So it's got the Earth curve calculator here, but this is a great section. Mostly videos by Taboo Conspiracy Experiments. We've done them all for you. Go watch them. Right? And then people are like, oh, Flat Earth is dying. My friend finder represents maybe a small percentage of 1% of the flat earthers on Earth. Check out America, right? This is crazy. These are the people that are using my friend finder, right? And here's the UK. Where are you?
I'm in the Netherlands.
You're in the Netherlands. Oh my God. I just saw a video about the Netherlands. You guys are passing some crazy laws there.
It's unbelievable. Yeah. It's
can I share a video? Can I play it and get your reaction to it?
Yeah.
All right. So South Africa, South America, Australia is kicking butt, right? For where the people live. Even New Zealand is getting covered. So let me see if I can find that video real quick.
How long have you been doing this, Dave, with your clock app?
The clock app started in 2018. And while we're still on the app, I have a dating site on the app. Let me just show you that. So if you click the little heart, and it'll you put in your, I'm a male looking for a female. This is the age group, whatever. And I'm within a radius of, I have set to 1,000 miles. And I did this before, and I was going through it, and I have myself set as 1 year old, so I don't show up in anyone's because I'm very happily married. Right. So I favorited 19 of them. So I'll just click that. And it's kind of just like you can go on here and let it load for a sec. And you could scroll and you can message these people. There's already people that have gotten married and had kids because of this.
Have you been invited to any ceremonies, Dave?
I was asked to actually marry somebody. Like, I don't know about that. I was like, so it's got that. It's got the meetup maker. It's got the biblical section. It's got the old world section. I'm sure you're into the old world, right? If you go to the old world, well, I call it the old world because it is. I mean, I refer to it as Tartaria, but the old world is. I like that. It's a better description. My lunch break. Anyone that's not watching my lunch break,
it's perfect.
He's absolutely killing it. He's the amazing. Number one guy out there right now. But there's so many good people on here. Jake, I'm the Improbable Dreamer. Great for short stuff. Subscribe to all these guys on they're on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. They're all over the place. But amazing stuff. Absolutely mind-blowing stuff. And hey, everybody, a quick message that I'd like to share with all of you. Our lives are filled with toxins in our air, food, and even in the information we're taught. Avoiding them all is impossible, but helping your body detox doesn't have to be complicated. That's where Masterpiece comes in. Just 5 drops under your tongue twice a day, and that's it. Super easy, super simple, and it doesn't even taste bad. I've tried countless supplements, and while generally I'm pretty healthy, I didn't really feel much of an effect. But with Masterpiece, it delivered noticeable benefits. Check out the podcast I did with Terry from Masterpiece, linked below this video, or you can find links directly to Masterpiece on my website, flatearthdave.com, or in the shopping section on the app. The key to health is to detoxify. Now back to the show. And the app goes on and on from there. It has an image section. If someone goes, well, what about the sun under clouds? Just type in sun under, boom. And here are a whole bunch of images of how you can show that the sun may look like it's under the clouds, but the tops of the clouds are lit, right? Tops of the clouds are lit, which proves that the sun is not under the clouds. It's just due to perspective. And so all of the stuff that you're looking for, like people are like, well, what about Southern flights? Just type in Southern. Mm-hmm. So Southern, hold on. Let me just get that. S-O-U-T. And up come all of the Southern flights, all the memes showing, insanity.
Eddie Alankara.
Yeah, a lot of Eddie's got some of these are Eddie's. Yeah, they're all over the place. Yeah. And Eddie's book, that 16 Emergency Landings, you can find that. It's on the app. It's on my website, flatearthdave.com. But this is my favorite flight. New Zealand to Argentina. It goes up to San Francisco, then to Texas, and then down. Right, here's the equator. Why is it across the equator? Well, it's across the equator because here's the equator and here's the equator. It's a straight line. Yeah. It's a straight line. So again, all of this stuff, then somebody says, well, there's no proof of flat Earth. Hit this little boy right here. This is flashcards. So I say start, and I've got over 225 flashcards of different simple flat Earth proofs. And you can forward these to people. Someone says there's no proof of flat Earth. This is what I tell them to do. And a lot of people have done it, and it works. Every morning when the person is up, send the person one of these, because they look at it, they have to read it. It's a meme. You can't not read a meme. And just keep doing it until they either defriend you or become flat. And like, if you don't know what the Antarctic Treaty is, anything that shows up with an I will take you to a video about it. Great. This is a great video linked on this one. But
why do you think the Antarctic Treaty was signed?
Oh, because all the countries in the world, they just all agree that, we got to keep this for scientific data. No, because if we go to Antarctica, we'll find out we don't live on a globe. That's it. Independent exploration of Antarctica is forbidden. Yes, you can spend $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. They'll take you to some icebergs. They take you to Deception Island or Rothschild Island. That's where they take you. That's where most of them go. Yeah. If we had free and independent exploration, if they let airships come back, we would be able to explore there. People are like, why don't you just go? Well, one, you can't. There was a kid that was trying to fly to every continent, and he flew to Antarctica. His name is Ethan something. Without a flight plan, landed, was arrested, and this kid was a super social media guy. He posted 4, 5, 6, 7 times a day. All the stuff that he does. No one's heard from him since. That was months and months and months ago. Right?
Wow.
No one's heard from him. What happened? What did he see? What happened?
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, Antarctica is not a continent; it's an ice wall. And the big question is,
when you say ice wall, I say it's the shoreline of our known oceans. Now, does it go all the way around? Well, I don't know. I don't know, because what if it was like this? What if the world was set up like this? This is a map that was found in a Buddhist temple, and it published in 1907 in a Hawaiian newspaper. What if the shoreline is out here? Or what if the world is set up like this? And this white ring is Antarctica, and there's some pathways through. Check out the Iron Republic. You ever read that book?
Nope.
Iron Republic, great book. It's in the book section on the app under More Land section, and it's about a guy that got a ship in the late 1800s and found an opening in Antarctica and went through, found land, lived here for like 10 years, and then came back and told the story. Well, there's more land, extra territory, extraterrestrials.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, big disclosures are coming up, Dave, I think. And I mean, this is one of them. And if you think of space travel, I mean, combustion isn't possible in a vacuum, eh? So, if you just think of that, rockets in space, they can't travel because there's no combustion, because there's nothing there. There's no.
Are you on TikTok?
No, I've been kicked off a few months ago.
Well, go make another account. There's a channel called Gas Pressure, and Monday through Friday, he's on in the morning East Coast time. I think he's in the UK, and he basically only wants to talk about have people show proof that rockets can go to space and work in space, and nobody can do it. It's fantastic. It's a great channel. Gas Pressure on TikTok.
Okay.
I'll actually add him to the featured content creators.
Yeah.
I forgot to do that. I'll do that right after the show.
Yeah, great. But do you think NASA still has a future, or do you think it's tumbling?
I think the world is waking up. Once you see this, you can't unsee it.
No.
Even a lot of big channels are talking about it, and a lot of big channels that aren't talking about it are having people on that are big guests that are like hinting towards it. I was watching Redacted with Clayton, and we've been trying to get Clayton to address this topic, but who knows why he doesn't. You can speculate all you want, but he had a guy on, very reputable guy, and the guy was just talking, and he used the word firmament. And he used the word, he was talking about Antarctica, and he talked about the firmament and the ceiling, and he just threw it out there, and either went over Clayton's head or Clayton purposely ignored it. So it's coming. It's coming. The trolls are trying to set me up all the time, and I got an email from Jay Rogan at jre.com saying, hey, we want you on the show. And that's Joe Rogan, right? And I'm like, no friggin' way, right? And so I did a screenshot of it, and I gave it to Eddie Bravo, and Eddie sent it over to Joe, and Joe goes, no, it's fake. It's not me. But now, thanks, trolls, Joe Rogan's got my name in his ear. All right. So who knows? Who knows? They might have just scored me a position on the Joe Rogan show.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. It's unbelievable times. And
make sure you have enough non-GMO popcorn. We're getting into it.
Yeah. But it's a takedown of Satanism. It's a takedown of secret societies. Stanley Kubrick did a good job with his 2001. He staged the moon landings, and you can notice he's not around anymore because
it appears to be the case. But there's a lot of fake videos coming out, of him saying, "Oh, it was me," and it wasn't. It was an actor. But when you see that, they're just trying to obfuscate it. They make something real that happened. They'll make a fake video about it. People will use that as evidence, and then it discredits the whole thing. I just did an interview yesterday. And if you go to the more resources section and then go to interviews, and it's right here, and it's these guys right here. They're it's called rawmilk.church. They've got a big farm in Oregon, and they're looking for people to come and join their church.family and work on this farm and learn these skills. And they want to open these farms worldwide. They're basically not worldwide, countrywide. And they basically, if someone is like sick and tired of the rat race job, whatever, wants to start a new life, this is the opportunity. You get housing, you get food, you get work, you get paid, you get everything, and you have an incredible future. And with the way the world is going right now, I think that it's I want to even say the wave of the future. It is probably one of the most important things going on right now. So check that out, rawmilk.church, or you can just find my interview, watch the interview first. And it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, but
there's already a bunch of people that reached out to them after that interview.
Yeah, if NASA goes down, Dave, then we'll see the Vatican go down as well, because it's all linked.
Well, one could only hope.
Huh?
One could only hope, right?
Yeah. Anyway, what else can we cover? We've still got a few minutes left, Dave. Have you got anything else set up?
I got everything set up. What else do you want to talk about? Earth is flat and it matters, and it's time for people to wake up. And if we want to take our world back, now is the time to do it. It's up to us, and we can do it. We just need to, realize that we're not, on a spinning ball flying through a space vacuum.
Yeah.
So that's basically the bottom line there. If you don't know the Earth is flat, you need to figure it out quick, because there's not a lot of time left. And if you fall for the nonsense that's coming, you're going to end up in your 15-minute city getting your vaccinations every day and having your universal basic income, owning nothing, and never have a moment of privacy again in your life. That's basically what we're running into right now. So it's incredible.
But it's also a spiritual awakening as well, because
100%.
NASA and all space travel is trying to keep us away from the Almighty Creator, like I said in the intro. So when people are waking up, and that was my awakening 6 years ago when I discovered flat Earth. I mean, the Earth is not a globe spinning around and traveling around the sun every year, and that dawned on me that it must be an Almighty Creator. So this is automatically going to wake up a lot of people spiritually, isn't it?
It woke me up because I would be listening to a podcast and they're talking about 9/11, whatever, and I'm like, these are great. Then they'll open up a page in the Bible. I'm like, oh, they're religious freaks, and I'd throw them out, unsubscribe, but when I found out the world is flat, it's not about the shape, it's about that it's intelligently designed. You can no longer deny creation. And once you're in that situation, you're no good to the elite anymore. The elite don't want you in a situation where you can deny creation because you're too hard to control or impossible to control. They want you in fear and lack, and like, we need the government, otherwise we don't have roads. And it's such nonsense. It's so dumb what people have become. And it's really time that we all wake up and take our world back, because it's not theirs. And here's we're going to take down the government. No, just ignore the government. If everyone ignored the government, what could they do? What could they do? Yeah.
Do not comply.
Yeah. And the genie is out, the flat Earth genie is that fake space is out of the bottle. And, it's going to change overnight. We just need one big podcast. If you're a big podcast out there and you've been thinking about this, go talk to your other big podcast friends, and all of you on the same day release a flat Earth video. Boom. You've just made the biggest wave in the trajectory of the world. You just changed everything in one tweet. It's happening that fast. So, everybody, what can you do? Like, you're not an activist or anything. You got to work. I understand. You got to do your stuff, but you can do stuff. You can share videos like of mine or anyone's videos, anything. Wake others up. You never know who you're going to wake up. I mean, there's a lot of big flat Earth flat earthers out there that I woke up. I didn't even know. I woke them up years ago, and now they're doing more stuff. So we all need to do this. When you're standing in line at the grocery store, say something. Just say something. What do you think about that Artemis? You know, they why do you think they faked it? You know?
Yeah. Plant a seed.
Yeah. The seeds, once they start germinating, there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. Great. Yeah. Amazing times, Dave. Amazing times. Yeah?
Absolutely.
Anyway, I would like to thank you, Dave, for making the time, taking the time to do this show with
My
me.
pleasure.
It's unbelievable what the disclosure of everything in flat Earth. Like you said, the genie's out of the bottle. You can't put it back in. And when humanity awakes to the fact that we're not living on a spinning ball and that the Earth is flat and it's a creation by an almighty creator, then there's no way back. And you'll see
on the friend finder on my app, if you click the middle button right here, which will look different for each of you, because depending on how many referrals you have. And I have 289 referrals. Not that it matters, right? And so for every 11 referrals you get 11 points, which you can trade in for a year subscription, right? So you don't even have to pay the $11. And you also get a cryptocurrency called Dome Shot, right? And you get, I think it's like 3 million per referral, right? It's worth a few dollars, right? But if you're not a crypto person, it'll teach you how to play with crypto. And if you lose everything, you lost nothing because you got it all for free anyway. And it's going to be worth stuff. You're going to be able to get discounts to events and buy stuff with it. But you have your referral code. And for every point you have, what did you do? You woke somebody up to God's creation. So I call that a heavenly point. Yeah. Right. Wow, so when your day comes and you're on you pull up to St. Peter and he goes, well, Maestro, I saw that you did this and this and this. That's not very nice of you. Oh, wait a minute. You have 170 heavenly points from the Flat Earth Club. Come right in. First class. Right. Now, prove me wrong. I mean, I don't think I'm wrong, but you can try to prove me wrong.
Yeah. Do you still have this offer of 3 Bitcoins if somebody can prove that the Earth is a spinning ball?
Yeah, I do, but it's kind of pointless because it's not a spinning ball, and I don't have to give away any Bitcoins because it's been proven already. So it's kind of a stupid offer. But for those of you that are that deluded, of course it's a globe, then prove it and claim your 3 Bitcoins. But the thing is, you'll never even get to me because by the time, if you try to prove it, go to the frequently asked questions. I say, watch the daily video. Every day there's a new video. While you're having your coffee and tea, just watch the short video every day for 2 weeks. At the end of that 2 weeks, you'll be a flat earther. If you're not, I got a proof, seasons, something. Just go to the frequently asked questions page. And, if you think seasons prove flat earth, just click the seasons button right here. And you'll see that seasons actually prove the globe. And if you're like, well, what about Coriolis? What about eclipses? Eclipses, right? Eclipses actually prove the earth is flat. But, the Globers will be out there and they'll make statements like only a ball can cast a curved circle, a curved shadow on another ball. They're talking about the lunar eclipse, right? Only a ball can do that. So there's a statement which you accept as truth. You look up at the eclipse and see a curved shadow and go, Earth has to be a ball because it's the Earth's shadow, right? The problem is we can prove it's not the Earth causing the shadow. And when you look at an eclipse, so we have our Earth, we have their shadow is over there, and we're going to put the moon in there. And when we put it in, the line becomes straight. It's not a curved like we see. We see a straight eclipse, right? Here's another one. So here's a setup. This is by my friend Anthony Bear, and he set it up in his garage. So and he did it to scale too. So let me just jump forward here a little bit. So he's got his single source light. He's got his Earth. He's got his sun over there. And the moon is 30 Earth widths away, just like it's supposed to. And so he's going to go halfway, and he's going to put the moon in there. And look, it's a straight line. When a sphere casts a shadow onto another sphere, it counteracts the curvature. Yeah. And the same thing happens down here. So That's incredible, because they told you that the opposite happens, and people just, well, if the opposite happens, then the earth must be. No, that's just a false statement. It's just a false statement. They tell you that the only way to have a shadow and no shadow with two sticks is to have a ball. That's a false statement. They only have false statements. They only gaslight us. They only have lies.
Yeah. And once you're a flat earther, there's no way back.
There is no way back. There is no way back. And that's because the truth is the truth. Once you see it.
Yeah.
Yep. So thanks for having me.
Thank you very much, Dave.
FlatEarthDave.com. That's where you can find all my stuff. Follow my YouTube. I have several YouTubes. I got a short video channel, which is the DITRH channel. I've got the Flat Earth Dave interviews. I have a Flat Earth Dave X on X, and I'm at Flat Earth Dave on Instagram, on TikTok, on everything else. Substack.
Keep up the good work, Dave.
All right, man. Thanks so much. Have a great day. See you.
Bye-bye. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Parasites and pathogens only thrive in a body that's acidic, low in oxygen, inflamed and electrically disorganized. In that terrain, blood thickens, cells lose potential, and the immune system becomes overburdened, opening the door to disease. The plasma geo shifts this completely. By surrounding the body with a coherent, negatively charged electromagnetic field, it restores cellular resonance and balance. When the body interacts with this field, water and proteins reorganize, restoring membrane potential. Blood thins, microcirculation improves, and oxygen delivery rises. Inflammation decreases, and pH returns to its natural alkaline range. In this environment, parasites can't survive. The terrain no longer supports them. But here's the key. It's not the device that kills them. It's the body itself. Once bioelectric coherence is restored, the body's own intelligence recognizes what doesn't belong and eliminates it. So if someone asks, does the plasma geo kill parasites? The most accurate answer is, it doesn't kill them directly. It gives the body back its ability to heal itself. By restoring balance and order, the body regains control and health returns naturally.